Bobby, and you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? I tell you, 2019 can be a huge year for Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao, he just recently said to the Manila Times that if he doesn't get Floyd Mayweather next, bring on Keith Thurman. He says he wants Keith Thurman. He mentioned Errol Spence, Mikey Garcia, Sean Porter, but I believe that Keith Thurman is number one on that list. I believe he's in the front of the line when it comes to being a possible opponent for Manny Pacquiao, once again, if Floyd Mayweather does not come out of retirement. Because we heard Freddie Roach say just about a week ago, that's the fight that he wants. He said the Keith Thurman style is perfect for Manny Pacquiao style. I actually said the same thing. Coincidentally, I said the same thing. I believe that that's a 50-50 fight because Keith Thurman's style, and I'll talk more about that in more videos. But anyway, before that, I did a video reporting that Manny Pacquiao's advisor, he said that that fight could be made very quick because we're both with Al Haymon, and working with Al Haymon is great because it's so easy to make the fights happen. But let me go ahead and quote exactly what Manny Pacquiao had to say to Manila Times. Just in case Floyd is not ready to yet unretire, as he promised when he met in Tokyo last year, I can face anybody in the top list, including Keith Thurman, who I learned is willing to do battle with me. As I said 2 weeks ago after beating Broner, I'll fight anyone who wants to fight against me. You know me. I do not choose the enemy. Whoever my promoter put on the table, I can fight. Errol Spence, Mikey Garcia, Sean Porter, bring them all on. They also want to make the fans happy to fight against us. 2 more fights have proven that my speed and strength is still there." End quote. Now, once again, I truly believe that Manny Pacquiao wants the Keith Thurman fight. I think he has confidence that he can beat Keith Thurman because, once again, because of his style and because the way he looked against Josito Lopez. With that being said, let me just make a correction. Now, we've heard Manny Pacquiao say his whole entire career that it's up to his promoter. It's up to my promoter. But that's not true. Because I just told you guys that Manny Pacquiao's own matchmaker just said about a week ago that it is completely up to Manny Pacquiao. He said we can make the Keith Thurman fight quick. It's easy working with Al Haymon. It's up to Manny Pacquiao if he wants to take the fight. When Manny Pacquiao turned down the Jeff Horn fight, it was Manny Pacquiao that turned down the Jeff Horn rematch. Manny Pacquiao, he said he rejected the rematch because he wanted the fight in the Philippines and Jeff Horn wanted the fight in Australia. And to add on to that, I just recently did a video. If you guys didn't see it, you can check it out, where Freddie Roach, at least the title of the video is Freddie Roach Comes Clean and admits that it was Bob Arum that was pushing for the Terrence Crawford fight. It was Freddie Roach who came out and said on many interviews that Bob Arum is pushing for the fight. I even played the clip where Freddie Roach said that out of his own mouth. He said Bob is pushing for the fight, but that's a very dangerous fight for us right now, is what Freddie Roach said. So clearly the decision is up to Manny Pacquiao. And right now, Manny Pacquiao, he wants Keith Thurman. Now guys, now understand this. Now, when a fighter is barely coming up, when it's a fighter in his infancy stages, if you will, in the pro rankings, like let's say if it's a prospect, like if he's, 6-0 or something like that, that's when the promoter does pick the fights. But when you get on the level of a Manny Pacquiao, a Canelo Alvarez, a Gennady Golovkin, it's the fighter that is choosing the fights. That's the reason why Golovkin gave up his belt not to fight against Sergey Derevyanchenko, because he knew that was a dangerous fight. That was Golovkin's choice. It wasn't his promoter's choice. Something else I noticed Manny Pacquiao said, he said if Floyd Mayweather decides not to come out of retirement, there's a lot of ways you can interpret what he said right there, because I'm thinking, hearing that, if Floyd Mayweather hasn't reached out to Manny Pacquiao yet, then maybe it's a good chance that Floyd Mayweather will not be facing Manny Pacquiao next. You would think that they've already started talking and negotiating, right? But on the other hand, you never know with Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather, he likes to make big announcements. Floyd Mayweather, he usually tells his potential opponents, do not say anything to the public about, us about to announce this fight. So you just never know with Floyd. But I just have a feeling that the way Manny Pacquiao is saying this, there's a possibility that Floyd has not reached out to Manny Pacquiao yet. Especially when he says, if he wants to fight me like he said he wants to fight me in Japan, that sounds to me like there's a very good chance that Floyd has not reached out to Manny Pacquiao, which is great news still for Manny Pacquiao. Like I told you guys before, this means Manny Pacquiao, he has the chance to have a great year for 2019, especially if he gets the Thurman fight and he beats Thurman. He's most likely fighter of the year. I told you guys before, when Manny Pacquiao lost the most important fight of his career, which was his loss to Floyd Mayweather, because that's who he will be linked to for the rest of his life. That's like Floyd Mayweather being linked to Joe Frazier, Sugar Ray Leonard being linked to Duran, Hearns, Hagler. Floyd Mayweather will always be Manny Pacquiao's biggest arch nemesis. Since he lost that fight, which was considered the fight of the century, the only way he could right that wrong is, of course, if he beats Floyd Mayweather in a rematch. But if he can't beat Floyd Mayweather in a rematch, or he never gets the rematch, then he could go the Roberto Duran route. When Sugar Ray Leonard forced Duran to quit, Roberto Duran, he didn't want to be remembered that way, so he went on and he started to fight young undefeated fighters, and some of them he actually beat. So a lot of respect that he lost, he actually gained back by beating some of these young, undefeated lions. And this is what Manny Pacquiao is attempting to do right now. Because once again, he doesn't just want to be remembered as the guy that lost the fight of the century. Clearly, if he goes in there and he fights against Keith Thurman and he beats Keith Thurman, that's a hell of a consolation prize. Now, Manny, he also said that he would be willing to fight against Errol Spence, Shawn Porter. Now, I don't believe it would be wise for him to get in there with Errol Spence. Don't get me wrong, I would love to see the fight, but I think we all know that Errol Spence would knock out Manny Pacquiao if he gets past Mikey Garcia, which there's no guarantee he'll get past Mikey Garcia. But assuming he gets past Mikey Garcia, he knocks out Manny Pacquiao. Now, Shawn Porter is a little bit different. Shawn Porter was one of Manny Pacquiao's old sparring partners, so they know each other very well. That would be a competitive fight. I don't know who would win that fight, but Errol Spence would destroy Manny Pacquiao. I think we all know that. Even Manny Pacquiao fans deep down, they may not say it in the comment section, but deep down in their hearts, they know the truth. Now, Mikey Garcia is another good option, but depending on what happens in the Errol Spence fight, if Mikey Garcia is still Mikey Garcia after that fight, once again, I told you, Mikey has a very good chance of pulling off the upset. I truly believe he does. But if Mikey Garcia, let's say if he loses to Errol Spence, but he doesn't get like completely annihilated and he's the same Mikey Garcia, I would pick Mikey Garcia to beat Manny Pacquiao as well. So there's a lot of options for Manny Pacquiao. Let's see what happens. But it should be interesting. Matter of fact, before I wrap this video up, I want you guys to go to thefocusballs.com. That's with an S, the Focus Balls. If you guys are looking to improve your reflexes, your defense, your head movement, because I box as an amateur, my kids, they box. My youngest son was a 2-time national champion. I tell you guys this because I notice a lot of trainers, they don't emphasize that much on head movement. So these Focus Balls, they will really help you out with great head movement, foot movement, reflexes, coordination, and rhythm. I'll have the actual video up so you guys can see exactly how they're used, but for now, you guys can just go to the website. Go to the website, thefocusballs.com, and cop one if you guys are serious about your training in boxing, okay? Not only will this help you in all those categories, but this is a great way to support Dante's Boxing Nation when you cop one, all right? That's all I got for now, guys.